Hello, my name is Wayne and I'm your port and shopping ambassador here aboard the lovely Norwegian Star. And I hope you're enjoying your cruise so far. Right, now I'm here to talk with you about the wonderful world of coloured gemstones. And not just any coloured gemstones, I'm talking about the rarest, the most colourful, the beauties of the gemstone world. First, let's start with one of my favourites, Corite Ammonite, known as the sleeping beauty of the gemstone world. Let's face it, we all love wearing something no one else has. What I'm going to talk to you about now is the epitome of new and exotic coloured gemstones, Ammonite. This is one of the hottest keepsakes of your cruise vacation. Why? Close your eyes. Picture the bright blue sky, the reds, the oranges of a spectacular sunset, the greens of the palm trees swaying in the breeze, and the bright yellow sun shining above you. This is Ammonite. Ammonite by Corite is the only gemstone that displays the full kaleidoscope of the colours in a single stone, so it will always go with everything in your wardrobe. It's so rare and unique that if every person on this ship bought a piece of Ammonite, no two pieces would ever be the same. Please write down the name Corite for the highest quality. Thank you, Leanne. When you find that piece of Corite Ammonite that sings to you, bring it out of the case and place it in the palm of your hand. Extend your arm away from your body and slowly rock it back and forth. Watch as the kaleidoscope of colours begin to dance in your hand. This is why the sleeping beauty of the gemstone world, the motion of your hand has brought it to life, and this is what someone else will see when you're wearing it. And this is why it is called the excuse me jewellery, because everyone who sees it will walk up to you and say, "Excuse me, what are you wearing?" That is fantastic. Corite Ammonite is not just for the ladies, not by any means. They also have an amazing collection of men's jewellery, with Corite collections starting as little as $299, and they're set in silver. There is also a complimentary pendant with every purchase, so you can easily cross someone off your shopping list and they don't even know that you got it for free. Come and see me for a VIP card. Everyone's going to want one of those. So we began with the newest precious gemstone. Let's move on to the rarest colour-changing gemstone in the world, alexandrite. As we've already identified, one of the reasons everyone shops on vacation is because of the opportunity to see and buy incredible items that are unavailable back home. Without question, the best example of this is Mark Henry Alexandrite, the world's leading designer of rare colour-changing alexandrite jewellery. There are many of you who have never seen or even heard of alexandrite, and this is of course because it is so rare. It is said that only 1 in 100,000 will ever see an alexandrite, but only 1 in 1 million will ever own an alexandrite. That's phenomenal. Now, alexandrite is classified as a phenomenal stone, and it's in a category all on its own because it naturally changes colour from a carbonet red to a beautiful hunter green, depending on the movement upon the line, of course. You wouldn't buy a diamond that doesn't sparkle, so why would you buy an alexandrite that doesn't change colour? I'm also going to stress this. With alexandrite, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. You will not find large stones like this when you're buying tanzanite and diamonds, so you want to look for the most dramatic change in colour, the Russian quality colour change that is synonymous, of course, with the name Mark Henry. For those of you who were born in the month of June, this is your original birthstone, and for those of you celebrating 45th and 55th wedding anniversaries, this is your celebration stone. Write down the name Mark Henry and plan to attend my gemstone seminar at 3 p.m. in the Colony Club to learn more about Mark Henry Alexandrite and how to be an educated alexandrite buyer. You're also going to receive a plum card from me which gives you 200 cash savings towards your Mark Henry Alexandrite piece this week. Fantastic. And now we're going to close on my favourite gemstone, tanzanite. Imagine a gemstone so exquisite that it radiates 100 hues of velvet blue and central violet from every facet. A gemstone so precious that it is found only in one place on earth. so extraordinarily rare that in a single generation there's going to be no more. Tanzanite stones are used in all forms of jewellery, from earrings to rings to bracelets and of course necklaces. Tanzanite is one of the most intriguing and desirable precious gemstones of modern times. It is the hottest selling coloured gemstone in the whole world, especially right here in the Caribbean. There's 3 reasons why. Does anyone know? Number 1, of course, rarity. That's right, rarity. Number 2, anyone at all? Beauty. Awesome. And the last one, repeat cruisers, you should know this, it's opportunity. Yes, that's right, opportunity is such a huge reason why in the Caribbean this is the place to buy Tanzanite. Now I'm going to go over those 3 reasons right now, and I'm going to start with rarity. Tanzanite is found in only one place on Earth, deep in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, East Africa. Geologists say that the chance of Tanzanite occurring anywhere else in the world is less than 1,000,000 to 1. Wow! Now I know we hear that about a lot of gems, but I really want to show and explain to you why we will not find Tanzanite anywhere else in the world ever again, which is why they call it the generational gemstone. We know that it was discovered in 1967 and we know it's going to last just 1 generation. What that means is from the time it is mined to the time that it's completely gone, it will only be 1 generation. Why? Let's take a moment and compare Tanzanite to diamonds. Diamonds are pushed up from the Earth's core. It does indeed take millions of years for them to get to the Earth's surface where we can mine them. So they're very, very rare, of course. But diamonds are being pushed up from the core of the Earth to the Earth's surface, whereas Tanzanite is something completely different. Tanzanite is a deposit. The easiest way to think about this, I want you to think of your fist laying right underneath the Earth's surface. That's your main deposit from the fist. I want you to picture your fingers coming out in all directions. We will consider these fingers veins coming out from the main Tanzanite deposit. Well, the main part, the main deposit, has already been mined out, and that's where we get those bigger stones. Every single year the stones are getting smaller and smaller, and more rare therefore, which means higher in price, of course. As we mine through those veins, eventually the veins are going to end. And what you need to know is this information is not coming from gemologists or jewellery industry. This information is actually coming from actual geologists, and they have no stake in the game whatsoever. This will be mined out because, again, it is an actual deposit and not something the Earth is recreating again and again, of course, like diamonds. Tanzanite was introduced to the world in 1967. Does anyone know the company that brought Tanzanite to the world and were actually responsible for its name? That's right, Tiffany & Co. Correct, well done to you. Back then you could literally take a shovel and dig foot into the ground and pull out chunks of rough Tanzanite. How cool would that be? Today the mines go so deep, as deep as 800 metres under the Earth's surface. So now we need to go underground approximately half a mile, the length of the whole entire Empire State Building, just for the prospect of maybe finding Tanzanite. So each and every week it's getting more and more difficult to mine, which makes it what? You got it, extremely rare. So we all understand its rarity and value, but is that really why we buy jewellery? Okay, maybe for a small percentage of us, okay, but what's the main reason? It's because it's pretty. Really, the number 1 reason why people love Tanzanite is because of its beauty. Just look at it. Have you ever seen a colour so rich, deep and striking as the colour of Tanzanite? Tanzanite is deep in purple or rich in blue, and it is trichroic in nature. When you hold a piece of Tanzanite up to the light, move it around, you will see flashes of fuchsia pink, okay, raspberry and even fuchsia. It is absolutely striking, and I think it's the only gem that has the same fire, the same brilliance as a diamond. It's just simply beautiful. Thank you very much to the beautiful Leanne. But now let's talk about opportunity. How many of you have seen the tanzanite backcomb in your local jewellery store or your malls? Great. Miss, could you please tell me how many pieces you saw in that showcase backcomb? 20? Wow, that's actually a decent sized collection for tanzanite. Yeah, I normally typically get between 6 to 18 pieces for answers. And 98% of the time, that tanzanite backcomb is a lighter colour, more of a lighter lavender colour than a rich blue velvety purple, or a colour I'd like to call QVC coloured tanzanite. Well, here in the Caribbean, you have the opportunity to walk into stores like Tanzanite International and see thousands of pieces of tanzanite to choose from. In actual fact, 80% of the tanzanite on the planet is sold right here in the Caribbean. That's fantastic. What an opportunity. Many first-time cruisers are pretty shocked when they see that the true tanzanite colour looks like this, because they've only seen that light lavender colour before. And another pleasant surprise you will find are the sizes you have to access. Many first-time cruisers have only seen back home maybe a ½ carat, a 1 carat, if they're lucky, a 2 carat. But here in the Caribbean, in stores like Tanzanite International, you are going to see hundreds of pieces of tanzanite in the 5, 8, 10, 15 carat range, many in the 20, 30, 50, and even a few in the 100 carat range. That is an amazing selection and opportunity that you're going to have this week. And I've saved the best for last. The pricing, or of course the saving that you will see. Back home for a high quality tanzanite, you're looking at 2,000 to 3,000 per carat. Right here in the Caribbean, you're looking at half that price or even less. So how is tanzanite priced and what should you be looking for? Well, here's a few tips. We all know that diamonds have the 4 C's, and we will get into those in a minute. But really quick, the 4 C's of a diamond are cut, colour, clarity and carat. Perfect. Well, tanzanite also has the 4 C's. The first one is colour, the second one is colour, the third is colour, and the fourth, colour. Exactly. So my suggestion is buy the biggest and the darkest stone that you can afford. Because of the rarity, this will no doubt go up in value. But most importantly, buy what you love. Okay, lighter coloured stones are beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe you like the lighter lavender colour against your skin tone. Awesome, that means you're going to save a bit of money. Lighter coloured stones range between $250 to $350 per carat here. Darker ranges from $700 to $1,100. So why is darker a higher price point? Because it is more rare, of course. Lighter coloured stones are more abundantly found, so they're going to have a lower price point, but if that's what you like, fantastic. You're going to save yourself a little bit of money. But don't think you're not spending your money wisely, because all tanzanite is rare. If you like darker, richer coloured stones and want something truly special, you're going to be looking to pay $700 to $1,100 per carat. But again, buy the biggest that you can afford. 1 carat is freely available here. Over 1 carat is considerably collectible, and over 5 carats is considered exceptionally rare. Most in the usual market you do not find them, but you're going to have the opportunity here in Tanzanite International to be completely spoiled. But again, buy what you love. Remember the benefits of buying tanzanite: beauty, rarity, but the most important of all of them being opportunity, of course, here in the Caribbean. You're going to save a ton of money by buying your tanzanite here versus back home. You'll be able to get something truly, truly special. Maybe you're going to find a much larger and a much darker, deeper coloured tanzanite stone than you thought you could ever afford, and it's going to be in your price range. That'll be brilliant, right? And I'm sure you all know from attending my pod and shopping talk the other day where you should be buying your tanzanite this week. Where? Of course, Tanzanite International. Absolutely. I get chills just thinking about the selection that you're going to be exposed to when you walk into Tanzanite International in Cozumel. Tanzanite International will have thousands of set pieces of tanzanite, all jewellery, and hundreds of loose tanzanite stones in any shape or size or colour that you want. So you can build your own one-of-a-kind piece. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, they buy direct from the source. which means not only will they have the largest selection of tanzanite, but they will have the absolute best prices. Make no mistake there. Tanzanite International is the only place that you should be buying your tanzanite this week. But again, go look for what you love. And my top piece of advice is buy the biggest and the darkest you can afford. Whether you've got $500 or $5,000 or $50,000 to spend, go and get the biggest and the darkest, because they're the most rarest stones and thus the most collectible. December's birthstone is now tanzanite. It has been since 2003, and this is the first birthstone since 1912. So December babies, this is a must, but really it's a must for everybody. Tanzanite is rare and growing rarer by the moment. Apart from the sheer pleasure of owning this beautiful piece of jewellery, this century's most spectacular gemstone discoveries, those fortunate enough already to own a piece of tanzanite, the only known deposit is depleted. Truly are custodians of this spectacular gem whose legacy will pass on as its heirloom to coming generations. My name is Wayne and I'm your port and shopping ambassador here on the lovely Norwegian Star. Whether you have questions or whether you're ready to come and pick up a VIP card, just give me a call on 73567 or stop by my desk located on deck 3 in the atrium. I look forward to helping you find the gemstone of your dreams. Bye for now.